today, our headliner out of Cincinnati, Gifted right there. Gifted was here in February as one of supporting and just blew our minds. And I knew you were great, but we're like, you are coming back, so I'm glad to finally get that going on. We have some poets up from Santa Cruz.
Yeah!
Jessie Marie and Grow Manspeed are going to spit for us early. Lady K is going to perform. I'm going to introduce all these people later. And two of my favorites, Sonoma County poets are here. Mars Shopman, Grayson Thompson.
Yes!
And I might spit one too, who knows. One of my promos that I didn't send for this, so maybe I'm a little bit responsible here, but I was like gonna shoot myself on my rug, like not being able to get up, and saying we have to like find our ways to get up and do the things that like really matter, you know? And this matters, so I know for the people that are here today, this matters, and thank you for coming out and finding your ways to be involved. I think that one of the most important things we can be doing right now is building community, fostering those communities, and interconnecting them. So take what you have, what you gain from here, and take it out into other communities, and then bring that shit back, because we need it here too. That's enough talking for me. I gotta talk later again. So I just, again, super stoked to have people showing up for poetry. We've done this a ton of times. People could have come once and never come back, but we see repeat people coming, and we appreciate it. So I'm gonna shut up and let some poetry happen. We're gonna start off with my buddy Jessie Marie. Give it up!
Let's go, poet.
I wasn't born black, but I was born queer.
Come on.
Late 70s, raised on rights fights in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, marches, protests, sit-ins, sacrifices that cost you your voice, your worth. See, masculine of center, bullied, hated, spit on, thrown pig's blood on in the Bay Area just for asking for basic rights in one state of law or another. See, the KKK burned my high school gym down because the AIDS quote was shown, because we came out of the background, because they wanted us to know our place, and the cost of making too much noise. I learned early, silence is what keeps the match lit. I faced people ready to kill me over a haircut, over denim, over my refusal to disappear, as if my body threatens their binary world. I live in a country that comes for queers as if we're unmaking God's image itself, and every sermon still screams we're wrong, unnatural, less than. But see, I know what it takes to risk comfort for justice, to be visible and hated for existing, to not be able to step back and pee in peace and still show up anyway. Think twice, it's another day in paradise.
Yes.
Now, I watch another kind of march. 8 million bodies in the street, New York to LA. Coastlines humming like the nation remembered its lungs. They called it No Kings Revolution with a logo, justice in subscription tiers, cute rebrand, right? Welcome to the resistance, sponsored by Pepsi, hashtags, hot dog stands, cops smiling for cameras. Apparently, dissent needs a permit. And I'm supposed to clap, right? I love people waking up, but this felt plastic, a market-tested roar, teeth pulled and sold back for progress. They say if Kamala were president, we'd have to be having brunch, but see, this country would toast mimosas before it toppled the throne, say something that scares the donors, say something that won't fit on a tote bag, because these marches weren't photo ops, they were fire. Civil rights marches weren't photo ops, they were fire, deliberate, dangerous. People lost jobs, safety, lives. They were not for attention, they were for liberation.
Come on.
And it wasn't for performance, it was for purpose. So I ask, people today, what are your demands and have you thought that far? Because hashtags don't break systems, people do. And people who stop waiting for permission, who trade ease for pressure, who know comfort for the coffin where the revolution goes to die. So we don't need activists, Coachella, we need a general strike and coordinated, inconvenient, no sleep till justice kind of pressure, because we can't kumbaya the fascism out, we can't line dance the police state away, and we can't peacefully protest the second coming of the Gestapo. So, yeah, we need fire and we need structure and we need courage that costs something and maybe everything comfortable. So keep marching, chant, flood the streets, but when you go home, don't just post the pictures, post the demands, because if no kings means anything, it must mean no thrones, no crowns, no saviors, no brunch between us and the revolution, no kings, and maybe we all need to consider it has to mean no gods. Oh, think twice. It's another day for you and me in paradise. Because paradise was never promised. It actually was always built. So, obviously we're talking about America, and this next poem is called American Songs for the nation that forgot its soul. They told me people are born good, like it's stamped on our passports, like the Pledge of Allegiance baptized us, like it's said on a soft and sure, and I wanted to believe it. But I've seen the shadows smile back now, seen this country bless itself before building cages, flags wave over hunger, over Flint water, over border walls, over trans kids legislated out of existence. We call cruelty policy, we call fear faith, we call profit freedom, we call the blood on our hands heritage, and then proceed to call it holy. And still we ask, why? Why is the world burning? See, we export our fear like grain, ship it overseas, call it freedom, factories hum in the language of war, and our bullets are made in the image of God. Flags plant in the ruins and wonder why the ground grows only ghosts. We polish greed into gospel, legislate mercy out of reach, and crucify the same bodies. Black, brown, queer, trans, immigrant, and swear it's God doing the killing. But listen, I don't know about this born good theory. I think it's more like we're born possible. And this country keeps choosing the easy sins, dressed in domination and denim and divinity. If only it was as easy as a page turn. Real goodness isn't a brand, it's a revolt. It's Monday morning, remembering every stranger as holy. It's kneeling beside the broken, choosing tenderness when the system rewards teeth. Grace won't be easy, it will scrape our monuments bare. It will make us say the names we buried underneath excuses. Teach us that reparation is the only real patriotism. Grace whispers, try again, and that might be our only anthem. We are not born saints, we are born to try to unlearn the empire in our blood and to raise new flags of compassion and consequence, to love louder than legislation. Stop waiting for angels, be your own holy riot, build justice out of breath and broken promises, pray with fists unclenched, refuse inherited sin, and name the beast America and the mirror and teach them both to be quiet. Build, break, mend, repeat, because this is how we make good, by the aching of the choosing of the light. And after learning the system's tongue, we are not born good, but we are born capable, and if there's anything sacred that remains, it's that we can still choose. So, if you want to know what choosing looks like, it looks like this. Riot and resurrection.
Yes!
Listen, the first whispers of our generational trauma were claws, sparks that refused to die. They came like rain on tin, like survival wearing protest boots. They were not polite, they were necessary. Stonewall 69, a riot, a reckoning, closets to ash, coded glances to smoke. We pushed through batons and sermons, feet bleeding, hearts like war drums, learning to make thunder with our footsteps. The 70s were about defiance. Harvey Milk smiled into bullets. They thought they could kill the voice, but his words became tremors under city streets, and faith was reborn in our reflections. The 80s were about blood. See, AIDS came with a ledger and a shrug. Politics called it collateral, and preachers called it punishment. But we found each other in waiting rooms and vigils.
Yes, poet.
Yes. Come on. Poet.
We stitched prayers into bed sheets, whispered, we will not vanish. The 90s were about silence. Don't ask, don't tell, another closet made legal, even silence is a kind of telling, even closed lips shape resistance. Then came the cracks. See, 2003, Lawrence versus Texas, love stopped being a crime, but 2015 overfell, rings on fingers, vows in the air, streets blooming where they once burned. Because laws are paper, and paper always burns. Every ban, every sermon, every erasure, another drum beat in our march, we've learned to turn ashes into armor. It's 2025, but look at us, still chanting, still bleeding, still loving. We are Stonewall and milk, parents whispering you are enough, queer kids glowing in phone screens, drag queens kneeling in sequins, trans kids blessing their mirrors at dawn. Faith was never theirs to weaponize, though. It's lived in us all along, in every hand that holds and every body that dares to exist. See, if they burn our flags, we will paint each other in new colors, and if they close the doors of every church, we will build cathedrals in every kitchen, and we'll baptize ourselves in protest rain.
Come on.
And rise radiant, luminous, and relentless, because love is not a crime, identity is not a sin, and every scripture used to erase us will be rewritten with our names. We are the unfinished prayer, the psalm that keeps expanding, and the riot of tenderness that refuses to die, still holy, still unbreakable, and still always in an amen and in motion. So listen, the next whispers will not be claws alone, they will be hymns and horns and handshakes, and they will be us, loud, luminous, and unafraid. But if we're going to talk about healing, then we gotta ask ourselves one question. What the fuck is in the Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
What the hell is in the Kool-Aid? Tell me. What the hell is in the Kool-Aid that we can't agree on something as baseline, as primal, as simple, as human decency?
Yep.
What poison got slipped in? What lie got stirred into the pitcher? What secret ingredient keeps us choking on each other's names like their curses? What sermon spiked the punch so we sip on supremacy like communion wine and still call it blessed? Because we are drunk on division, we are high on exceptionalism, and we keep calling it patriotism.
Say it again.
But if the cup you raise requires someone else's silence, it ain't holy, it's poison. So I'm done sipping, I'm done swallowing lies. I'll bring water, I'll bring truth, but every unspoken name we were told not to say aloud and pour it out like revolution. Because healing starts when the cup cracks, because justice starts when we stop drinking what poisons us. Because power is nothing without the people who refuse to swallow it.
Yep.
And here's the truth. The world is ours to remake. One unafraid sip at a time.
Old white supremacy.
What was that? Hashtags don't break systems, people do.
Great line, great.
Anti-fascist.
Yeah. So, Jessie Marie, I didn't mention, is one of the organizers of Mic Drop down in Santa Cruz. How long's that been going on?
I don't know, long enough.
Long time. I got the chance to perform down there. Great group of people. It's an open mic with not just poetry, everything, comedy and magic and dancing. And another one of the organizers over there is my buddy Gregory Speed. He's going to come and spit for us next. Gregory Speed, aka Grown Man Speed, is a poet and staff member at UC Santa Cruz. Whether writing and performing, Greg is thrilled to share pieces of himself with you today. Ladies and gentlemen, Grown Man Speed.
Yeah! Woo! Let's go,
Wow.
poet.
I was gonna be all nice, and then I figured out that I had to follow up Jessie Marie. So I was like, shit, that's crazy. So,
That's my teammate.
3 poems about life, love, and reality.
Okay.
1. Simply show them all shade until deemed worthy of receiving your light.
Say that.
Do not take this action out of spite. It is more an act of self-preservation. Because sometimes it's better to be a nation or one.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Come
right, Luke.
2. Epiphany. We play with people's hearts too much. Always acting like they're bulletproof. We say, I love you, and then lie to their face in the broad daylight, only to shut off the lights and speak the truth. Always acting like they're bulletproof. We play with people's hearts too much. 3. Teardrop, a haiku. Have you ever felt a teardrop from your third eye
Come on.
asking for a friend? 3 poems about life, love, and reality.
Yes.
Jessie just keeps motivating me. So, cracked from the start, reprised. What the hell is in the Kool-Aid? We act as if it tastes sweet, accepting more of its bitterness. We drink it all day anyway. Glass shards in the Kool-Aid we swallow with excruciating pain of crushing cruelty and deception. Most definitely from the picture as he stands on the mound, declaring that he is king. And they used to say that something was in the water. And in my naive nature, it had me thinking that they were referring to the waters of Flint, Michigan.
Come on.
It feels like this is where the story begins. The Kool-Aid is slowly becoming tainted by corruption and greed.
Talk about it.
As the truth succumbs to the lies, we continue to keep on drinking, acting as if it tastes sweet, while tasting our own blood as the pain intensifies greatly. Making America great again means that we are no longer equals in the land built up by the natives. Meanwhile, their descendants have to swallow their pride again, a cruel spin on freedom and equality. We no longer live in a democracy, which brings us to this question: when will the freedom ring again? Boom.
Yes.
Let's stay on that topic, I guess. The charade. When we were young children, we didn't know any better. So we used to pledge our allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We didn't have a clue about the nature of the beast and what it felt like peace was actually poison. We've been conditioned to honor blindly a nation that refused to accept us as equals. And the pledge wasn't even for all people. We were all unknowing participants of a diabolical experiment on children, offering us and serving up smoke and mirrors instead of peace and prosperity that was promised. Their hate was so transparent. Their entire state of being is so freaking pathetic and tragic. The world makes light of our dreams and jokes of our deaths and our lives. We used to pledge allegiance. We used to pledge our allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, absent from God, truly divisible with liberty and justice for some. Definitely not all. When we were young, we simply didn't know any better. See, they keep telling us that we're free here, and then they show us that we are not free, letting us know that they don't really value us and that the system created is not just. Consistently telling us lies in order to keep the truth hidden. Transformation often begins with tension. Therefore, our change is always consistent because we're always under pressure. And if you don't believe me, try opening your eyes. I used to know how I felt about my country, but wondered what my country felt about me. Poem.
Yes.
Is that time?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that 3? Wow. Damn, it's like, that gotta be 10 minutes. That's crazy. Let me find something.
Do country like.
Oh, I like that poem.
I had that up here too. Country shit. I'm country like an old-fashioned breakfast, Southern style, bacon, cheese, eggs, and grits.
Yes, yes.
Some people like their grits savory. Other people like their grits sweet.
Yep.
Sweet or savory, it's all right with me as long as there's some grits. Toast, and I prefer strawberry jam. Homemade biscuits and molasses. Molasses on the plate, poured over cold butter, but the biscuits gotta be warm. I'm country like. Long walks down the railroad tracks. I'm country like. Tobacco roads. Long were the roads by design. I'm from where the roads were winding, 2 lanes to be more precise. They would lead next to the town over. I'm country like. The long, unpaved roads, we call them dirt roads, obviously, picking up much dust. There were dirt roads aplenty, and there were very few paved roads, if any. I'm country like. Greener pastures and high humidity, sweating profusely right after a shower.
Come on.
I'm so damn country. I'm a country boy and a southern gentleman, not kicking up too much dust or causing a fuss, because where I'm from, you didn't have to be hard as long as you stayed solid. I'm country like. Banana pudding and mellow wafers, cherry yum yum, the dessert that came along after I graduated and moved out and migrated west to serve my country. I'm country like. My grandmother's homemade cheesecake, damn. I almost forgot about the peach cobbler.
Yes.
The dirty rice, the fried chicken, dirt rolls, red clay dirt rolls to be exact, layered full of vital nutrients and always stain the soles of your favorite tennis shoes, leaving behind evidence of such a beautiful and powerful movement, the process of learning about techniques and terrain, the gravel rocks, as the revolution begins with the very faint whisper which indicates change is now here. I'm country like. Lima beans and cornbread, collard greens, fried cabbage, a southern drawl, and string beans at the barbecues and cookouts. I'm country like tobacco barns leading down to the tobacco field as we travel down these tobacco roads to get there. I'm country like.
Yeah!
Romansky.
Yeah! I know what I sent you is long. You can chop it wherever you want to.
We're gonna buy you a drink.
So I had a lovely experience of going down and performing in Santa Cruz at
Yes.
Mike featuring back in, I don't know, March.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed performing with these guys. It shows you what, what these communities can do. Like, it could be a show, but it could be a lot of things.
Yes.
And I met a lot of people that weren't part of that show, that were like in the other room of that facility and doing other things. And Found Poets is a little bit like that. We're this showcase, which is not an open mic, which is different than open mic, right? So you get to hear poets that we know and love and that have sort of signed an agreement. Everyone that performs here, you haven't signed it yet. I'll get you though. It says you're dedicated to developing your art. Like even the best
Absolutely.
people here are still pushing to do more.
Absolutely.
So it's not only developing our own art, but like developing art in the world. So Found
Yeah.
Poets is doing some other things like pop-ups. We've done a pop-up at the, we should do it at the Slam, but we've done it at the Brew Open Mic where we come with a bunch of our poets. And today the Mic Drop folks were coming and gonna do like a quick pop-up, but we had to drop out. It's only shit, take the full set. So we're lucky to have more of them than they planned.
Yeah.
But I did have a poem planned for that pop-up.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do it, right?
Let's go, poet. Let's go, poet.
I don't know if you know, if people are familiar with the term amor fati. It means to love your fate. It's kind of the flip side of the coin to carpe diem. You know, seize the day is do what you need to do now to feel alive. And amor fati is like settle down, do what you have to do, and appreciate that you have the chance to do it. Those come from, various philosophical blah, 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 but for reasons totally unrelated to what I just said, I've named this poem Amor Fati. Original Yoda's free verse poet. It's a bit on the nose, funny, a cliche really, like life and death, like when I first step into the smoking classroom and finally see the shooter, my brain can't take up the information. My mind can't integrate it. A child stands before us. The Batman shooter all those years ago, movie theater, body armor, intimidating. But here, maybe a little tall for his age, and arguably a child, lost. I stand in awe. The speed and precision of his reload, practicing this moment with these guns for hours, with a satisfying click of a full clip. This poor child, I want to back that up. Practicing this moment with these guns for hours. Soothing the hate, shame, fear, with a satisfying click of a full clip. This poor child, bent and wronged. And then, right before, just as I realize that there's no reset, take backs, just as I understand this is real and lean to leap behind the door, he sprays me down to the ground. Thudding, painless bullets break my spine, shred my face. One good eye sees my cell phone, but sticky blood covers my thumb. The phone will open. No one is coming. Not in time. An old story, cliche. Amor fati. We all die.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Take a picture, why don't you?
Always topical, unfortunately. Like literally every single day that poem is topical.
That part.
You know, I spent time in Athens, Greece, and I know a lot of artists over there, and like, you know, small pond, big fish, whatever. You like meet a lot of people. It's easy for me to meet people there, and I've been looking for poets, and I can't find a fucking poet. I can't find a poet, and so I'm talking about people in the Academy of Film, people in the university. Can't find a performing poet in Athens, Greece. There's over 6 million people in that city. Okay, so I just want to point back. Greece had great poets a century ago, and so everyone's like, oh yeah, we did that already, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to get a performance over there, and I can't find poets. And it makes me realize, like I know there's not a lot of people in this room, and we've packed this place before, but we're going to have a speaker from the Santa Rosa Poetry Jam. This Santa Rosa Poetry Jam, Brew Open Mic, another open mic here, Rivertown. There's like fucking poetry everywhere.
Yeah.
And I want to like recognize and appreciate that we can go and appreciate and enjoy and learn from each other, other artists, but also just fans and people coming out to listen. It's like not everywhere that there's this kind of saturation of poetry as an art. I think it's all over the country. So something really important happening with poetry in America right now. So thank you for being a part of that. And, you know, like we're Petaluma, this is like 74% white in Petaluma, I think, something like that demographically. And I keep putting up posters with like beautiful black faces from all over the country. And it's like, it's not a DEI thing, right? Because of that, it's like black people have led poetry back to the spot through hip hop and slam poetry. Has really made it and kept it vibrant. So I'm really just appreciative for the various cultures that have allowed for this to be possible right now, because I think that poetry and art in these communities is what we need to respond to everything going on right now. So we have a slam champion with us right now.
Right.
I've been hearing about this poet for a long time, so I'm really excited to meet and hear Lady K. She's a grassroots cultural builder. This is a nice intro, so I'm going to read this properly. A grassroots cultural builder with a deeply engaged following, Lady K has released a spoken word album, The Essence of Lady K, and several chapbooks, and has developed a critically acclaimed one-woman play. A hot flash gospel, My Unconfirmed RSVP, which premieres at this year's Rogue Festival in Fresno, California. Straight out of Visalia, Sacramento?
Fresno.
Straight out of Fresno, ladies and gentlemen, Lady K.
Lady K. Yeah.
As a little black girl with a proclivity towards an elevated vocabulary and precise articulation meant that I was oftentimes accused of having a desired propensity towards whiteness. God forbid I just have a love of books and words. Who do you think you are using all them big words? You sound like a white girl, because being black sounds a particular way. That little girl had become this beautiful black woman standing before you today, who with my head held high and my shoulders back. Only now can I confidently say to my haters, check it. I'm lyrically gifted, spiritually lifted, poetically inclined to run circles around the linguistically challenged. Study long, study wrong when confronted by my masterfully crafted wordplay. Meant to leave you mentally conflicted and debating my meanings while I artfully saunter into my next verbal masterpiece. Now that I have your attention, let me formally introduce you to Lady K. All right, with the poems that Jessie and Speed did, I changed up my set a little bit. And I haven't done this first poem in a minute, so bear with me. And I'm also doing something different. Also bear with my voice. Amen. Amen. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A greeting yet you flinch, your mind shackled by a single phrase that carries more weight than its simple meaning. Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. You see me through a lens of misconception, faith as a locked door, my worth measured by your approval. But I've outgrown those constraints. I seek peace beyond the borders of doctrine. I embrace the quiet truth that hums beneath every prayer. Why burn books and ban questions? Because knowledge is the edifying equalizer, and that scares those who need control to maintain their confused sense of piety. I was baptized Baptist, schooled within a Catholic schoolhouse, cleansed by holy waters, given the sacrament as first communion, taught prayers and people that keep pants on women. They taught me silence in the language of sermons, told me that obedience was holiness and submission sacred. From the garden to the minaret, from the altar to the ark, they've been writing me out since the beginning. Cover my power in cloth neck to ankle, while men stroll with knees exposed, free to lead, speak to question. Modesty's burden laid at our feet, their weakness, our sin, across scriptures and sanctuaries. I was called distraction, less than or never enough unless I was quiet, covered, and small. I worshipped beside alabaster hues and Pentecostal pews. I found Islam in my 20s and hate in a stranger's eyes. Why did you blow up those buildings as if my hijab were the subterfuge? The fuse. By my 40s, I knew God is not confined to a single path, yet I felt like protest for coloring outside the lines you drew without asking. Never discuss religion or politics, they say, but maybe silence is the problem. Do you think it's a coincidence that the epicenter of three great faiths rests beneath the same skies? Jerusalem, claimed by Judaism's longing, Christianity's salvation, Islam's ascension, all tracing back to Abraham, yet still shattering like blood-stained glass by conquest and creed. Everyone wants a corner of what should be common ground, Mecca and Mini marred by man-made borders. Isn't it funny how we all argue over who God loves more, as if heaven has a velvet rope? What if God is not in doctrine but the breath between us? So I ask again, is it coincidence or calling that the holiest of places rests in the heart of conflict, not to test our faith, but to test our humanity? Maybe God isn't waiting behind some velvet rope choosing sides. Maybe God is watching to see who dares to build a bridge instead of drawing a line. Now this poem is both sermon and sword, a sacred archive. See? Who said a woman couldn't preach? Muscle memory. Okay, which one do I want to do next? Okay, we'll do verses and then we'll end. Should I do verses in with Rikers Fruit?
Yes.
Okay. When I began to immerse myself in this magical world of art and creativity, I had to ask, what's the difference between poetry and spoken word? To delve deep into my understandings meant that I be not just the poet, but the orchestrator of a vision. That I learned how to bring the words off the page and give you a story to get lost in by the sound and cadence of my voice. Be not just a painter, but a sculptor of language and linguistics required a deeper feeling and connection between you, me, and our shared space within the universe. To give of myself wholly as an orator and storyteller meant that I poured out all of myself into your empty glass. Meant that I sacrificed my sanity and in some cases reopened the barely mended wounds of my trauma in order to provide a compelling enough story that I'm guessing will be real enough for you. And since trauma bonds seem to be the new it thing and it be a dime a dozen, I know you can relate. See, the words on pages didn't quite capture the desired imagery. But I've decided to emphasize the fact that we as creators are not a monolith. So So while yes, shit happened in my life, then most days I'd rather not remember the story I've chosen to create between the cacophony of sound between you and me is one of resilience and beauty. I'm here to use my gift to let you know that my spoken word is beautifully broken and tearfully courageous. Know that I am not a victim of my circumstances, but rather a realistic iteration of what can be, what should be, and what you damn right will be, come hook or crook. I have discovered the elixir of life within this art form that I love, that rescued me and returned me to a place of balance and serenity. I've discovered the healing power of spoken word, and I use it as therapy for my soul. You will know I am in these spaces. You will hear my chant of "Let's go, poet," and know that this space is neither broken or bent, but rather manifested into perfection as I take back the pieces of me that I have always poured into everyone else's glass. So until I take my very last breath, I will continue to turn those razor-sharp blades of words on a page into the tranquility that my spoken word was always meant to be.
Yes. That's
So for this last piece, I've been very big this year on being on a journey of being my most imperfect, perfect version of myself, and letting everyone in on the flaws. A lot of times we only show up on social media in our most perfect, polished versions of ourselves. And the journey to self-acceptance and self-love, especially as a plus-size Black woman, there are plenty of people that have so many opinions on how I should show up in this world, family included. And so I'm not a controversial person, like debating type of thing. But if you piss me off, I'm definitely gonna write a poem about it. And so this one is a result of that. And it's my last piece, and it's called The Ripest Fruit. I was born honey thick, body full of summer's promise, hips like ripe mangoes, arms soft as the flesh of a peach. But in my family's kitchen, love came with a knife, peeling, slicing, paring me down to what they thought was easier to swallow. My mother led the carving, trimming herself down to fit in the frames that were never built for us. She wore depression like a virtue, sipped on self-denial like fine wine, said she didn't want me to suffer the way that she had. The world would never be kind to a body like mine, but I heard the tremblings beneath her warnings. She was never overweight, just weighed down by someone else's idea of beauty, a European ghost whispering that her curves were curses, that her worth was measured by what she could disappear into. And yet here I stood, unapologetic, round and radiant, loving myself in ways she never could. Maybe that's what stung the most, that I dared to cherish what she had spent a lifetime trying to erase, that I let my body exist without wars. But some days the war finds me. Some days the mirror is cruel and I trace the outlines of my body like an apology. Some days I wear the weight of my skin like an anchor, but I cannot say this out loud. I can't let them see the cracks. I can't give them the satisfaction of knowing that some nights I pinch at my reflection and I hear only their voices. Because the moment I confess that my love for myself is sometimes a trembling thing too, the floodgates will open. I knew you couldn't possibly love yourself. I knew it was all an act, so I stayed silent. Carried my doubts alone, whispered them into my pillows, let them settle on my chest like fruit left out in the sun. I know I need to find a love for my body that does not feel like defiance. Like a fig splitting under the sun, too full of sweetness to hold itself together, but I am trying. Every day I'm trying to love myself in all my stages, the bloom, the bruises, the overripe sweetness of a body that has carried so much, but refuses to be discarded. But I hide, tuck my beauty in the back of the fridge where light never touches it and confidence turns cold. but I am done letting their taste buds turn my joy to doubt. I am not overripe, I'm bursting, lush, alive, and if you cannot stomach my sweetness, if you can't fathom how I feast on self-love without gagging on their guilt, then let them fucking starve. On a love so decadent, it drowns their judgment. Even when that judgment is yours, and yours, and yours, and even when it's my own. Thank you.
Oh my God, that was incredible. That's one thing as...
Did I forget my phone?
No, but you
Oh yeah, the slam poet thing.
Oh yeah, your phone's here. That's the thing with like a showcase, is it's not an open mic where everyone comes in, which I encourage that, and that's great. Open mic's also great. But I'm just going to invite my lovely assistant while I say a couple words. A lot of the poets came from out of the area. We pay our featured poet a decent amount and fly them in when we need to. So that's where the gate goes to. And so if anyone has a few extra bills to drop in, it goes to gas money for the other poets.
Yes.
I was wondering if you wanted to say your piece now. So we mentioned all the other great shows around. Yeah, come on up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just real quick.
Yeah, I'll be quick. Quick thing about it.
Hello, my name is Jordan. I hope everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm here just letting you know that I run a show called the Santa Rosa Poetry Slam. That happens every third Wednesday. Is that Grayson back there? We have the first ever winner of the Santa Rosa Poetry Slam. And so if you can't take my word for it, take Grayson's word for it. The show's pretty cool. It's an open format, third Wednesday of every month at Brew. Free show, all ages. We're actually shifting our format for the holiday months because who wants to compete while also dealing with their families in town? So for the months of November and December, we're going to be doing writing workshops and a poetry open mic. And this first one, which is on November 19th, we're going to be doing a workshop on metaphors and similes. How do we make them fresh, surprising, not so cliche? If anybody's interested, I have flyers. You can also follow us on Instagram at the Santa Rosa Poetry Slam. Thank you so much.
Cool. So speaking of Poetry Slam champions, the first ever Poetry Slam winner, Grayson Thompson. I don't know when we met now, it's been a minute I guess, but I've really enjoyed getting to know you and your poetry and seeing you make an impact in the community and the poetry scene. So Grayson Thompson is a Black, Jamaican, American, queer, transgender poet and therapist. He's the winner of Fog Lifter Press's 2024 Start a Riot Chapter Prize for Sane-Bodied Florida Boy, which is for sale over there. We got other swag too. Lots of great books over there and other prizes, and also a new book called The Congregation of Alligators, just out and over there. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Grayson Thompson.
Let's go, poet.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Wow, y'all were crazy. I was in the back getting nervous, and then I was like, I'm a therapist, reframe, you're a sniper. There's a lot of great swag over there. I have 2 books over there. They both came out this year because I'm crazy and manic. But my first full-length book came out in September. So that's been pretty wild reading around town. This first poem is about the chapbook. It's the title poem of the book called Sand-Bodied Florida Boy. Also, forgive my voice. I was sick all week and just felt better yesterday. Social trauma of the world. It is rude to be told you come from nowhere. Swamp and sweaty ocean, 8 million people drinking water from the Everglades. You do not know what it is like to be baptized in dinosaur bones, called my mother through the silence of palm trees, dragged myself from the marsh, hummed myself humid after a Jehovah Witness door knock, throat orange hurricane spun me into a hermit, tried to kill my queerness on the porch. 10-legged rear view shell of a child eating dark-worded bees whole in a choir of echoes. Send my ashes to Fort Lauderdale Beach. Complete the promise that I made to my mother that I'll come back home soon. I didn't know how to mean it. I didn't mean to go missing with each grain. There's an audience of every sad thing in my bedroom. Open the window. Shake the sand out. I want to be back in my body.
Woo! Yes!
The person you are about to meet escaped thinking himself into a coffin, ate playing small for brunch, took his character out for lunch, a graffiti of slaw-jacked, grass-grasping grief. Took everything dear in a trash bag, graduated to a blue suitcase, running for the outline of home. He didn't know it was the shape of his body. This is a safety assessment of where he's been. Didn't want a hug, but wanted to be crushed. He tells people that he loves them, that he misses them, with no expectation of return. To love him means that it hurt to get here, like a reinterpretation of a book you thought was truth.
Come on now. Come on
Yes.
now. Yeah.
So this next poem, I wrote it before COVID. A friend of mine lost his brother to suicide in San Francisco, and he packed all of his shit and drove to Mexico and walked the Pacific Coast Trail.
Oh, wow.
And he's alive, but he disappeared from everyone's life. Walking this trail and walking, he was gonna walk until he couldn't walk anymore. So I wrote this poem out of this conversation we had right before he left about suicide, because I've lost friends to suicide. And I've been revisiting this poem because about 3 weeks ago I lost a friend to suicide. So I've been thinking about hearing the news and going to work as a therapist, because I had at 8 a.m. and I heard at 7:30, and I was like, I'm gonna go to work because I don't know what else to do. So I've been thinking about this. When I last saw you, we walked a 3-mile perimeter in San Francisco. You had 20 pounds of weight on your back, winced with each exhale, breaking for Mexico. A couple weeks before, your brother jumped out of a building. I miss the way you talk. I felt the home of my name in your voice. You've been gone over 4 years now. You vanished to the desert until you lost yourself in the snow where the beginning and the end live. I woke up this morning to a haunting, you skinny-faced, drawn mouth open, looking like hell and holy water in a mosquito net somewhere in the woods around Bend. Your shoes are 4 sizes bigger. It's 20 miles to the nearest water. If you walk yourself out of your skin, take me with you. When you asked me what it was like living after a suicide, I told you I still return to them. Faces to scale on the backdrop of my eyes, AM radio set to golden hour. I miss the tiny things from all the ways I've been left behind. Room temperature sausage mixed with hot oatmeal, flipping miniature skateboards with fingers, laughing on repeat in DC, losing someone, lives in our feet. That's why they call it a pilgrimage. The sadness flips your mouth into misunderstandings. I can't promise this life pardons. I've also fauceted tears from my face in the shape of ampersands while reading the back of the cereal box, distracting myself from the sound of the spoon, missing the bowl, in therapy school. There isn't a class on what to do when someone we love kills themselves, or drinks until the light blacks out of their eyes, or when the love of your life leaves you, or we try remembering somewhere to help compass, find land on a planet moving faster than an inhale when love and life has made contusions out of its point. If you come back home, maybe the first thing that jumps out will be your brother's name. Maybe it'll be, I'm sorry. Whatever comes, I hope it knows there's no way to make sense of the worst delivered to us. You didn't need anyone's permission to stay gone. The leaving, it just happens, especially to the best of us. If I ever come back, I hope whatever comes out can see I made it a long way from Florida. That I am a lesson, I am a lesson transmitted by some long-lost satellite on a trajectory for the answer someone forgot they were looking for. And when it comes, I hope it leaves the rage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 minutes? Oh shit, 4 minutes.
More. You got 4-minute poem, that's really good.
I know, like, what is time in my brain?
Yes.
Palestine poem. Sorry, it was the first one that I flipped it. The 7/11 after 9/11 and every war after childhood. So for context, I was in one of the last planes to fly out of New York on 9/11 when I was a young person. So obviously it instilled a lot of fear. And they grounded all the planes, so we're all on Greyhound buses, and I've never been to a 7-Eleven until that point, and I've never had like any food from a 7-Eleven, and my cousins were like, this is gonna be amazing, and I'm like, literally we saw towers just burned down. So I was thinking about that memory recently. The 7-Eleven after 9/11 and every war after childhood, where I had my first Slim Jim. After the FAA forced all planes to ground, my family, every prayer in smoke plume suicide, my grandfather waiting to be buried in Florida, waiting for me. Every quiet whisper on alert, I looked for God in the clouds. Ma promised he was there, said to say my bedtime prayer. If I should die before I awake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. 23 years later, wandering in a hellscape where my friends live in a protest, and protest is where you'll find the most people per square mile committed to being right. A teenager asked me, were you alive on 9/11? What was it like? It was a confirmation of what it feels like to live in a world where children cannot trust adults to keep them safe. No more mangoes with my grandfather who never told me to dress like a girl. There is a child crying everywhere, in every edge of the sky, in a school, a war, the mirror between gang graffiti, the dance team with skin-tight leotards and the boys under the skirt, the doctor's office, Jack and Coke, overdose, bathroom toilet, text left on red, dad's dead, mom's dead, starved, controlled, this body, food, pantry, needles in escape, highway exit, hit and run, car gasket, OG Kush, homeless encampment, home, hormone, inside ourselves, there is a child crying. There is a child crying. There is a child. There is. And we will always make it about something else.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a short break, just a little bio break. We'll be back with Mara Shopman and our future gifted.
Yes.
Yo, man, you guys fucking kick ass. You guys fucking kicking ass. Love it. Oh, we're just gonna get some slush in the store really quick.
At some point.
Okay.
Slush run, dude.
Slush run!
Slush run.
Is that mine?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what, the change or the
Hands down, whatever you try to touch.
No.
Here's some gas money.
Thank you.
Here's some gas money.
Thank you.
money just flowing? See that? Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree.
I was losing my voice towards the end of it, that last one. But yeah, I totally changed it up. I was like,
You
I
changed
want to
your
be
set.
with, I want to be with the cool kids.
I was waiting for Jessie to do that for him so I could figure out what I was going to
Yes, I love it. I love it. Am I singing something horrible or was it okay?
No.
Okay. I thought about it because I never get to do that because you know it's outside of, that would make it go over slam wise. So I don't ever get to do like the singing part of that poem. So I was like, hey.
No, that was perfect.
Okay.
Amazing work, y'all.
Thank you.
Just like, damn. I always know when this might sound weird, but good poetry kind of makes me want to throw up.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean.
I wanted to
Yeah.
puke through both your sets, and I think
Thank
that's
you.
It's just like gets me.
I know. Usually I'm always like, ooh.
Supposed to hit you in the gut like that.
Exactly.
We're looking forward to your set too.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I guess I can pause this. Yeah, the album came from it.
Hey, we're back. We want to take this, we have two more poets. We want to take this moment to acknowledge we're on unceded land of the coastal Miwok in southern Como. Land acknowledgements are really just a bunch of words to get things started. If those words resonate with you, look more into what the peoples of this place were like and are like, because these tribes are still here and still active. The Native American people, they didn't go away, it's still here, just diminished. This, in numbers, but not in spirit. This area, in fact, was I'm told, one of the most densely populated areas in North America prior to contact. Here, like these hills, they didn't live in the flats, because you get sick in the flats, allergies, you noticed?
Yeah.
They can live in the flats, but colonists, we believe we can do whatever we want. We're here in Petaluma. Okay, other acknowledgements. It's voting on Tuesday, and whatever you feel about the corporatist nation state that we live in, or the nature of capitalism, voting is still a tool that's there for us to use. 50, I voted yes on 50, I'm gonna say it. I don't like messing around with elections like that. We put that rule in for a good reason, but fuck Texas. So you might want to vote on 50 is one thing. Also, if you're a Petaluma native, measure, is it called measure? Measure I is really important. We have an educator here, Petaluma educator. If you want to know more about I, you can find out from Wave Your Hand educator after the show. So we're recommending yes on I to fund.
Support Caltrans.
And support Caltrans, dude. Really? Okay. And there's a long list. We'll put out a voting recommendations next year. Found poet voting thing. Okay, so I would like to bring a poet that has been with Found Poets a bunch of times.
Yes.
But it's been a while, so I'm super excited to hear Mars Shopman. Utilizing oral traditions, Mars writes most of his poems with the intention to embody language in motion.
Yes.
These poems carry themes of queer liberation, life after faith, and the multiplicity of relatedness. Ladies and gentlemen, and others, Mars Shotman.
Yeah! Let's go, poet.
Damn, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
Somehow I keep forgetting how much poetry centers me.
Yeah.
So thank you, all you poets. Thank you for Yotis for bringing us out here. This is called The Lost Church. You hear me all right?
Yeah.
When I came out to my church, I saved a whole lot of breath telling the holy town gossip first. 3 days and 3 nights in the A to Z directory disguising scandal for prayer requests, she warned everyone we knew that I had just come out of the box. I do think she meant to say closet. I don't think she could have intentionally put it any more accurately because closets are too tall and that box was so small. In it, I held my breath like a wounded soldier slinging boomerang arrows at the command of a higher power, marching to drumless hymns and singing with silent shame, not daring to ask any questions because questions were just evidence of having too little faith, and faith was my greatest weapon. So I strapped it around my waist with extra ammunition, walked blindly into the 4 corners of the world with a breastplate of righteousness to make sure that nothing of pleasure could touch this. I had a sword called truth, cloaked in the Lamb of God, because everyone knows the quickest way to spread fear is to call it forgiveness, but I never forgave myself for existence. Until the day I found myself in the freckled lace green eyes of my first love. It's the same day I stopped believing that hell is a place where the unholy go when we die. Instead, hell is a place that happens inside when the world refuses to mirror your existence. They were my first witness, and our love was more than enough to fill these vacuum-sealed lungs with a courageous fever to break up and out of that box, trading in my Bible belt for the kind of faith that inspires breath and height. And to my broken surprise, I found myself surrounded by siblings, magicians, and wives, announcing my place at the table where we would share stories about how we died and how we were born again, and how we died and how we were born again, and how we died. And I know I am continuing to be birthed again today, so yes, I guess I still do believe in the resurrection. In life after faith, and the beauty of falling apart for love rather than holding it together for fear. And there are days still when I want to call the holy town gossip up so she can hear me say, listen, I finally found the space to forgive my existence. I really hope that you have too. If not, may this poem be nothing but my prayer that you do. Amen. Thank you, y'all. This is a new piece. I don't know if it works. Let's see.
New shit.
An invocation of masks. 1. Though we no longer believe in salvation, we still honor the transformation possible when we lay down our swords and dogmas enough to recognize there is nothing more vulnerable than being body alive. Velvet flesh, golden intimacies. Let us welcome the masks we've worn until they became our skins, and the mask we wear anyway, despite the blistered cheeks and splintered thorns. 2. Let us welcome I, the mask of priesthood. Born to a mother who found God in the empty vessel of her syringe, she looked upon my small body, pulled from the empty vessel of her womb, held me close and whispered, lips grazing brow, you, darling, will be our spiritual leader. And I was. The holder of hell's image, standing guard over salvation, sharing heroically with all who would listen, about salivating flames and torturous ruin, like running into burning buildings, retrieving lost bodies slung over my weighted child's shoulders. Let us honor what I've had to do. 3. Let us welcome the first mask born to body. We call this mask Girl. A half second to examine the shapes of body before it was declared how much self she would have to sacrifice to mild the beasts of dominion. This mask was her first gift. Her ingratitude fell amongst her sins, carried with her by the tears of sisters at the feast of Queen Intimacy as they peeled back their skins. May we honor what Girl has had to do. 4. Let us welcome the one who came next, the mask of shame. Sewn into the hems of knee-length skirts by the measuring hands of virtuous men. Shame came strong to restructure the walls, cocked head, exposed neck to the front, palms reaching for heaven. In rhythm of organ song, her body a monument of permission to obey. Back rooms, home secret caves, projector memories rattle on, humping the side of her parents' firm mattress, turning warm life into galaxy. 5. Let us welcome what happens in secret rooms, where the closets have closets, where snake bellies grind the stubs of sail smoke and the ghosts of grandfathers pervert their past to the present. May we honor what shame has had to do. 6. Let us welcome the mask of man, the fragments, the clowns, the saviors, the lovers, the monsters, the martyrs. To the masks invoked, the ones we've forgotten, to mine and yours and ours, there is nothing more vulnerable than being body.
Yes!
Am I the only one who keeps finding myself in the same fucking place over and over again, and the same patterns over and over again? All right, I'm hearing I'm not. This is about that shit. This is the place he keeps returning. Deep in the valley of wild oak and ash and shrub, he finds his way here again and again. He folds his body to the earth, muzzle brushing the soil in prayer of what is no longer here. The golden light, the lonely afternoon. He remembers how it felt when his paws drummed through the mud in the creek, striking the ground with power and slicing the air with thunder. He remembers the innocence of trust and the sound of the snapping jaws of metal as the earth betrayed him. The flash of red, his leg caught in man's invention. He remembers how he could not hear his family's play distant in the valley. This is the place he keeps returning. He howls in prayer, why is this who I am? Why do I find myself here again? He howls until he hears it. The still voice of earth softly answers, darling, you find yourself here again. Because this is the last place you remember being whole.
Come on.
You forget, but listen, you are still free to be whole.
Yes!
My last line, Pokemon. My mother speaks in golden chips. Sometimes they fly out of her mouth, hit me on the forehead, and ricochet below the couch. That's why, when I'm lost, you can find me hiding in dark corners, hands and knees, reading dust like braille for the truth she told me. My father, he speaks in rhyme. His stories aren't the bedtime kind, but with his hands he builds childhood dreams that personify imagination's life-saving qualities. Together they speak parade. They may not know how to clap on rhythm, but they learn to march to the beat of their own stories and tune to the hope of their own miracles and pace with every pulse of the past because it hurts to hope. But her scars speak stay and his breath begs belief in miracles. So I listen to their pulse tell stories of the blood that runs through me. Like how she was the baby left on the doorstep, wrapped in the flag of surrender. How he was the child whose flesh was nothing but a punching bag costume for the skeletons in his closet. How they were the addicts that could feel the hollowness of their own voices while feeling the hollowness of their own needles with one last high. Sometimes it hurts to hope. Sometimes this world feels too fucking big.
Come on.
The line between beauty and terror is so goddamn thin. Makes me feel like a lobster with no shell, like a mussel with no meat, like a jellyfish in a lake that everyone knows is too toxic to swim in, but I've got my see-through. I'm using it as a magnifying glass to illuminate all of the secrets written in fine print so that I might find the secrets of vulnerability written all over my skin. The secrets of the grand prize. Perhaps they are the meaning to life. Perhaps this is why we are some of the only animals who stand upright. Vital organ to vital organ, heart to heart, gut to gut exposed. Perhaps it's why when I throw my hands in the air like I just don't care, right now there are neurons firing from your brain to the fibers of your muscles that would cause you to do the same whether you know it or not, you near me. That's why I need you. It's the science of empathy. It's the impact of vulnerability. It's the phenomenon we can find nothing in one another we have not already experienced in ourselves. So please, let's stand facing one another, moving to the rhythm of our own bones, because by you learning how to be more you, it will teach me how to be more me.
Yeah.
There's like poetry, you know, art is supposed to come from the heart, emotional and all that stuff. And that's true, but there's a lot of mind in there too.
Yes.
And I love the way Mars like blends those two together. It's thinking and feeling poetry at the same time.
Yes.
So I've been spending some time over this last year getting to know this next poet and really like being so proud to be a fellow poet with you. And feel the warmth that you bring and the warmth you're about to bring to this room. And I want to let people know that your artistic creation started 22 years ago as a part of hosting poetry and jazz, as well as spoken word soul in Cincinnati for 16 years, the host right here. Your talents have been used as a catalyst to expand interest and access to poetry through reading, writing, speaking, and fostering the love of language. I'd like y'all to give a big, big round of applause for our feature tonight, Gifted.
Yeah!
Alright, Yoda's didn't let the mic down. Alright. It's okay, that's okay. I'll figure this out. One way or another.
Hold on. I got too much.
Okay, good. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I forgot that part of my job.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Alright. Thank you. Alright, y'all did a good job. I ain't even have to tell y'all to hype me up. Y'all just did it. I love it. I love it. Listen, we're gonna have some fun tonight, but first I got something to do, okay?
Okay.
Who am I? Who am I? Who am I is who I am, gifted by the one that allows me to take paper to pen and form the words that trickle down my mind, on my tongue, in this mic and pass. Your very ears. Gifted is who I be. Gifted by the one that allows me to take paper to pen to form the words that trickle down my mind, on my tongue, and this mic
yes.
pass your very ears. Loud to the sound, not to be seen but to be heard, delivering spoken word wheels of opportunity that will rightfully drive us to succeed. Who am I? Gifted. That's what I mean. Gifted by the one that allows me to drive this here vehicle.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I know I can be what I want to be. Y'all say it with me. I know I can be what I want to be. And that's a poet.
Yes.
I'm black. I thought I'd make that declaration in case any of you all missed it. See, I've checked the boxes so long, trying to make sure that you weren't uncomfortable or insecure, that I think I lost myself. Making sure that you would see only my outer core, not my outer core, but my inner shell and not my outer core. Because color doesn't matter until it does.
Come on.
Color doesn't matter until it does. So, don't be so loud. Don't bring awareness. If he do that, then you might too. If she is that, then you might be too. Erasing our history like it didn't even happen. But color doesn't matter until it does. So I need you to see my inner core and my outer shell. They're synonymous, hand in hand. It's my brand. See, it's time for a change. Change in our mindset, mode of operation. It's time for a change. And not in spite of our lineage, but because of it.
Come on.
See, we're no longer robbing Peter to pay Paul. We're robbing one another gun to head. Then to heart. We're playing the part. They are witty lynching us. Only want you if you a damsel in distress. Save me, Poppy, save me. Or buffoonery, dance, Ducky, dance. Dance, Ducky, dance. Dance. But no, it ain't only in my ass. It's in my hands as I take a stance against white on white or black on black crime. It's in my voice as I raise it to elevate and empower our youth. It's in my blood as it boils each time there's a senseless crime against our kind. It's in my heart as it beats for life. See, I'm black. I no longer look for approval of my identity in them. Measure my worth from the status quo, or feed into the illusion that they try to perceive. I no longer check the boxes. I'm black because I was born this way. And I say it loud and proud before we've wiped out the true identity of our race. So say it loud and proud, I'm black. Say it loud, I'm proud, I'm black.
Yes.
Now please do. Puff, puff, and pass. That night.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
All right. Now that I've introduced myself, listen, let me tell y'all something. First of all, I'm 50. The fan was throwing me off. I was like, okay, we might have to turn the fan off, but I don't know. We'll see. So words, you know, some of my poems, I'm like, oh shit, what? Okay. Oh, can I cuss? I'm sorry. My bad. All right. Listen, we family. If y'all said y'all was black or whatever you feeling, queer, Hispanic, white, representing all of those who are underserved, representing those who are on oppression, then say it loud.
Yeah.
You black and you're proud.
Yes.
We family, y'all. No, first, wait. This is gonna make us family. Hold on. I got something. Shout out to Hayward. Hey, Hayward, I love you. He's a comedian. And shout out to my friend who should be my friend, Ricky Smiley. He's also a comedian. I give them much love. I got a joke for y'all, and then that's gonna make us family. Listen. It's a question, actually, and y'all chime in and let me know. When you are running down all over the airport trying to catch your connection flight and trying to make sure that you're on time, should a smartphone be sending you an alert that you need to get moving? I'm just asking for a friend. I mean, it's supposed to be a smartphone. So I've been moving and running all through this airport. What the hell you mean I need to get moving? That alert should be mute. That's just me. Now we family. All right, listen. This whole set, when I was asked to come back and be a part of the Big Easy, when I was asked to come and lend my voice again, I was just honored. I'm gonna be honest. And I was like, what am I gonna do? Oh my God, I got so many pieces. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I decided to put together a little, what I call the evolution of gifting.
Let's go.
Come on.
Now it's gonna be a little hard in the beginning, okay?
Right.
We might have to turn the fan on. Okay, because I'm 50. It's messing with me. We'll see. We'll see how this next piece goes. But anyway, so it's gonna be a little hard in the beginning, but I promise you it's gonna get nice and smooth and soft. That reminds me of Tina Turner.
Yeah.
And we're rolling.
Yeah.
And we're rolling. Rolling on the river. Y'all ready? I like that. I like crowd participation. I mean that. I love you, Jen. If I get hot, y'all make sure y'all take care of Jen now. She serving us. She taking care of us. She's letting out fans because I can't remember stuff because it's throwing me off. Y'all take care of Jen. Make sure y'all do. And thank you, Big Easy, for having us. So this is the evolution of why I started writing, why I needed to write long time ago, because I done told y'all I'm 50-something. I ain't tell y'all I'm 50 what. So long time ago, I had to write to get rid of some demons. And here we go. Y'all stick with me, okay?
All right.
A little hard, then we'll get some. Bad seed. Good touch. Bad touch. Good touch. Bad touch. I'm a bad seed. Lay me down on my right side and I'll do as you please. For I'm a bad seed. I don't know right from wrong, so I do as you instruct, but yet I'm still this bad seed. Why is it that you promise her to have the hold and honor, but to me, you promise bad things if I tell? Because I'm a bad seed. Lay me down on my right side and I'll do as you please. I wanted to scream, I wanted to yell, I wanted to... But all you'd sell is that it'll make mama mad, that it'll make her sad. And so to you, I had to please. And all I heard was a creaking of my door night after night after night. But I'd be damned if I let you do the same to my sister. So night after night after night, all I heard was the creaking of my door. Because I'm a bad seed. Held me as your baby, loved me as your child, but caressed me as a woman. I don't know right from wrong, so I do as you instruct. I am truly this bad seed, wrapped up in the arms of you, letting you do what you needed to do to me. prisoner of your affection, confused by your direction, and I know that I even felt your erection. So now I'm truly am this bad seed until the day you die. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I am this bad seed. Wrapped up in the arms of another and another and another that gives his words, so I must comply because I'm truly am this bad seed. Word is bond to this bad seed, searching for the love of a father. Come on. Good touch, bad touch.
Yeah. Woo. Come on, poet.
Imagine. Just imagine being 12 years old, left at home, with a person who was your perpetrator. Imagine. This is last breath. Night after night, I felt his breath upon my skin. Now I hold his breath in my hands. Too young to be left alone, too young to make decisions, too young to stand by and watch you wither. Too young to have been touched. And no, not by an angel, but by the devil's hands. Water bubbling, steam simmering. Kettle whistling. And I wanted you to die.
Come on. All right.
The heat rising, water bubbling, steam simmering from the kettle on the stove, whistles sound. I must release, I must release, I must release this hold on the tube of oxygen providing his air. I must release this hold. Tight grip. Tight grip. Tight grip. Eyes peering, staring, wondering about vengeance. Eyes peering, tear-filled eyes, and I'm wondering.
Yes.
If that could ever be an eye for an eye. Tight grip, tight grip, tight grip. Loosens. And your sins will be your own. Vengeance is not mine. So your last breath will not be on my hands.
Yes.
That's why we drove 3 hours. Just so y'all know.
I love y'all.
We love you too.
Enough is enough. I will not hang my head low in shame of the stain your disdain tried to put upon me. Enough is enough. No longer will the strong arm get the upper hand, supremacy over my domain. Enough is enough. Been carrying your weight, rape. Been carrying your weight, molestation. Been carrying your weight, abuse. Been carrying your weight upon my back for far too long. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you chose to lurk in the dark, chokehold my will, stagnate my moves, and imprison my future. Enough is enough.
Come on.
I break hold from your mold. I break hold from your hold. I break hold and my frame feels the sun upon my face. And I breathe.
Come on.
I breathe. One step. One moment. One day at a time.
Come on.
And I break free from your hold. Free my spirit and free my soul.
Yes.
Enough is enough.
Yes.
I told you I was gonna be a little harder again.
We with you. We with you.
I love y'all. I don't feel no waste time. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
Yes. Come on.
He gave me breath. I breathe because of him. He gave me breath and he continues to rescue me from myself. Often I want to close doors before I open them, before I've even had the chance to walk through them and to feel what they could be. Who am I? Never deserving of an underdog's favor, wondering if they're looking at me. All of my flaws, picking the scab before they could do the same. I'm picking the scab, hoping that I could make it bleed before they had the first chance to do it for me. So I'm just picking, tearing, and bleeding, leaving open wounds, waiting for the salt that I know is coming.
Yes.
People not seeing me, praying that someone, just anyone, anyone see me as worthy of breathing the breath that I breathe. Wondering who put me in this corner. To continue to be traumatized by the abuse that happened so many years ago, to continue to be robbed of the precious joy that I should have had, to continue to be in this corner. Pulses racing and raging in my head. The illusions become conclusions of the delusions of me. Who put me in this corner, and will I ever back out? I know that I breathe because he gave me breath, rescuing me from myself.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love y'all. Thank you.
love you back.
So as I journey through this place of releasing and healing and feeling and allowing all those things that happened to me way back when to just peel and break free from those chains and be free, I found myself in places that they might not be so willing to see or accept me. So I have a couple pieces now that's going to reveal that. This is how do you feel? It dawned on me. I have a lot of friends that don't really understand how I feel. So that's this piece. How do I feel? How does it feel? Sorry. Not how do I feel? I feel good. Y'all feel good?
Yeah.
Good. This piece is called How Does It Feel? How does it feel? You're not in that number. You're not in that number constantly judged for the melanin in your skin. On guard every time that you speak. Demonized and criminalized for your outer shell. How does it feel? Emancipation marked with systematic desensitization of racist undertones. I mean sheets. I mean no sheets. I mean backstabbing. I mean conditioning.
Come on.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be 6 feet under? Before you're marginalized, before you're recognized, before you're seen as a human being, seen more than just a hashtag through the screen, only giving you a glance of how it's been. So how does it feel? How does it feel to not somehow be made to feel and fear and feel and fear that it's your fault because you didn't wash your hands good enough? Because it's your fault that your hands aren't clean of the stain that is actually known as your skin.
Come on.
How does it feel? I just want to know how it feels so that I can savor the notion before they're notifying my next of kin. How does it feel so that I can savor the favor before they notify my next of kin? How does it feel, sins of a father that are now yours, reparations that need to be resurrected and repaired? How does it feel? Heavy. Heavy. So make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Bring awareness. Shout it out. Stamp it out. Call it out. Speak up. Join the fight. However you can. We all need our hands up. Shouting enough is enough. Better yet, all of us putting our hands around it, proclaiming it is going until it says, I can't breathe. How does it feel to be free?
Come on, poet.
Woo!
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Yeah.
Thank you. And this next piece actually goes with it. You good? Oh, really? No. That's 30 minutes?
What's up there? We're out of town.
How much? Oh, Lord. Then I got, all right. Oh,
Oh, I don't know how that is. All right. Dang, I got a whole bunch to skip. All right, we can't skip race. Here's what I'm going to do real quick. Hold on. I'm going to give y'all just a synopsis of what y'all would have had. All right, listen. Race. I'm giving it, it's going to be quick. Race. Where did the word come from? It quickly divides us from you, you from them from us. Race. We're all in this together. We all bleed the same. Blood flows in one color. All us, we.
Yeah.
All us, we. We are many things. The combination of our forefathers, we are many things. But united are we. All us, we. All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to close. This is crazy. I got one piece. I'll close. I did not know that. It's this piece. If you've ever written a piece that helps you heal, that helps you release, this is that piece. This is a piece. If you haven't done it, poets, I profess and ask and plead with you to write yourself a poem that becomes your creed, that becomes your anthem. This is that piece.
Let's do it.
Let's go, poet.
Let's hear it.
I think your clock wrong. No. I don't know, maybe I talk too much. All right. This is Empty Cups. Empty cups can't overflow my stream. I'm coming undone. So much thread at my feet that I can't move. Floodgates of my blackness came rushing in. Should I or should I not rock this fro and corporate America? Could I be the one to speak out for the wrongs? Do I even have the right to live in my own skin? Searching for the answers in the very hands that I once had to feed. Empty boxes can't overflow my stream. I keep telling myself, breathe. Invisible box, up the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down the right side. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Can't outrun the things of my past. Never quite ready for the unforeseen future, and no longer trying to fit all of this round in their perfect little square.
Come on.
Breathe. Down on my knees at night. Not too proud to beg. Father, I need you. Father, I need you to right the wrongs. Turn things around. Place my feet back on solid ground. Help me recognize my own value.
Come on.
And I hear stronger than you know. So I write. I write myself up out this despair, standing on the shoulders of those who came before me, displaying their solidity. Margie Lee Johnson, Gwendolyn Curly Johnson, Nikki Giovanni, Maya Angelou, Angela Davis, Phyllis Wheatley, and Gifted Johnson Wilkerson. I've been waiting on someone like you to wipe my tears, love and treat me right, swoop in when the bell drops, escaping the toe tag from loss of my innocence.
Come on.
Listening to my Lauryn Hill.
Yes.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Gonna find you.
Looking in the mirror, I've been waiting on someone like you.
Yes.
My inner strength. Because empty cups can't overflow my strength.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta be your own damn flow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
One more time for Gifted. Appreciate y'all so much. We'll be back here in February. Follow us on Found Poets on Instagram. We have more things going on. We're looking at ways of bringing poetry out into the streets, into other places besides these sort of poetry-only places. Bring poetry to the people. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. That was.
Okay, I know that we're going to do a